So you said that you have read Dante's Inferno. What did you think about it in regards to the way that it depicted hell?
I found it very interesting for the man at the time. And I even kind of use it for my own way of interpretation of it. And I like that the first layer is like limbo, so it's like those who didn't know Christ. And then the farther down you go into hell, the harsher the punishment, and even like the crimes that they did and like how they are. Now the language itself of the book, it was hard for me to read, so I would always have to like stop, go look it up, and then or read like other people's interpretations of it. But I enjoyed it. Definitely one of my favorite parts was like how people are punished in each layer, and how like even at the last one was like a frozen sea, and like there's the three people,
Three betrayers.
Yeah, the three betrayers, and like named, and I thought it was so cool.
How does it relate to your context of hell, like when compared to Dante's Inferno? Like, how do you see hell differently?
There's always like the typical depiction of like, oh, it's hellfire, heat, lava everywhere, it's just hot, burning, screams. And and even in Dante's Inferno, from my memory, there were screams in certain parts of hell, or in the circles, but it just kind of, everybody's interpretations are different, and that's what I like about it. And it opened my eyes to maybe like another depiction of it, and kind of more of like categorized. And because everybody, and I know in the Christian faith, there's some, or maybe Catholicism, that some sins are like weighted differently. So I like that, how it was like categorized and further down.
If you were to go to hell in Dante's Inferno, where would you go?
Ooh, that's a good question in a sense. I mean, personally, I'm not religious in a sense.
Which is why this interview's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective.
But I've gone to church. I wasn't raised in it, but I did go to Sunday school. So I would technically, I don't think I would fall into limbo, but maybe gluttony. Not necessarily for food wise, but I'm very much like a glutton for information in a sense. I love to learn.
You love the tea.
Yes, I do. And that can also get me into trouble with gossiping. So I know that. I believe it's one heresy. I don't know if that's the same context, but there is heresy. In one of the circles, there's heresies.
I think that's like the fourth circle.
Yeah. So there's that. I wouldn't say pride. I can be egotistical, but I'm not very prideful. But I would say like glutton.
You've known me for a while. What circle would I go to?
You. Dang. Oh God, that's a. You're not prideful. You're not. Is there one for wrath?
Am I wrathful?
You can be like. No, but it's always comedic. It's not. Where would you go?
Heaven.
Yeah, I mean, but if you were, it's not limbo, but that's always fun. Limbo's fun. I would love to hang out there.
Probably gluttony, because I like food.
You love.
But I'll buy people food too.
Asian food. Asian food is your go-to.
Asian food's getting me into hell.
Yeah, that's your ticket. It's because of that. Yeah. Because I mean, it's not nothing. It's not like no betrayal. Nothing prideful, envious, greed. Greed? No.
I want money.
Everybody does. It's everybody. Everybody wants money.
Everybody wants money.
But in the sense of greed, aside from wealth, No. I would probably say glutton.
It's the Chinese food. Yep.
Yep, it's definitely food. Yeah. Or something with video games. I know you play video games a lot, so it's something to do with that, like too much time or something. I don't know, something with that.
Probably. Yep. Well, that's about it.
Yay.
Smile for the camera. Smile bigger.
That's it. That's all I got. That's a big smile for me.
He's giggling right now because he has my name as something inappropriate on his phone.
It's a good joke.
It's messed up.
It's a funny joke. You're just tired of hearing it because too many people have told it to you.
I've dealt with this shit since 6th grade. Okay, let's get on with the interview.
Alrighty.
So, Brandon Latino,
Hayden Luster,
man of the hour.
here I am.
What do you think of Dante's depiction of hell?
It's a very interesting idea of what it could look like. The fact that it is broken up into different levels is, in my very limited knowledge of the theology, it's something that hasn't been thought of before, or at least isn't like widely accepted. And I think it's a very interesting, very very thought-provoking idea of how it could look.
Mm-hmm. It should also be noted that it's like cone-shaped as you get further down, and I think the holes are, or the
levels are
the
small.
levels are concentric as well as it goes further down. And the less people, or the more people are at the top layer of hell, which is limbo, than at the bottom layer of hell, which is reserved specifically for betrayers like Gaius, Longinus, Judas, and Satan
Brutus,
himself, and Brutus.
Yeah, but I do believe the fact that the worse the punishment, the lower the level. It's something that hasn't been, or at least that I have seen, hasn't been thought of otherwise, and it is a very, in my mind, effective punishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even think that the Bible talked about, because, you know me, I've read the Bible before. It's been a while since I've read it cover to cover, but it has been a while. And I don't even think that it depicted hell as like having layers. It was just everybody has eternal damnation.
Yeah.
I mean, the New Testament depicts it on the Beatitudes as a place of great weeping and gnashing of teeth, and that's all they talk about it.
And in Dante's Inferno, each level has a specific tailored punishment to the crime that suits it.
Mm-hmm.
Just to talk about limbo, everyone who was not willing to put their faith in God or put their love in Jesus, or those who were
never exposed
unremarkable, unremarkable in their life, never exposed to it.
Mormons.
They spend their entire afterlife running with no hope of actually achieving their goal. And if it's very interesting to think that if they would have just done a little bit more, strived for more during their life, or if they would have accepted God into their hearts while they were living, they did nothing else to warrant being in hell, and that was the only thing keeping them from being in heaven.
Spoken like a true atheist. Okay.
I don't know what you mean by that, but yeah.
Agnostic.
Applesauce, I don't know.
Piss urine.
Do you run editing on these?
I do run editing on these. But just for that, I'm going to keep that in. Okay. How does it, assuming that you do believe in a hell, how would it differ from your depiction, Dante's versus yours?
It's strange. I'm I don't personally believe in a higher power, but for some ungodly reason, I believe in the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in a sort of heaven and hell.
So, you know yourself pretty well, I'm sure. Psychology major. But what circle of hell are you going to?
I think personally, if I had to, if I had to think of what could be my worst deed, or my worst sin, I guess to put it like that, I would either end up on the second or fourth levels of hell. Those
Second
being
is for
those being
incontinence.
lust and greed, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've had conversations about my romantic history. I chase women, so I do feel like there's a very high chance that I would be going to the level of lust. And the level of greed would just be I want a lot of success and money in my life, but the thing is that
I think that everybody does.
personally, I see it and I almost see how I can get it, but I'm not pulling. Excuse me. I'm not willing exactly to put in the work, or I don't have the work ethic to go get it. And so I feel like I look at people who have a lot of money or this, or nice cars and stuff like that. And
what color is your Bugatti?
#FFA06.
I'm sorry for interrupting. You said nice car, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But I look at people who have nice cars and a whole bunch of stuff like this, and I think to myself, man, I want that, and I almost think about stealing. I mean, if we're going to put this in my very deep-seated thoughts, it's like I could just hop in that car. They wouldn't be able to stop me. I could just, like I'm playing GTA.
So I made a character for myself at my old workplace, and the character that I picked out was kleptomaniac. So I just steal shit. People's phones, I'd take them. I'd give them back all of it, but I just take stuff.
I made a D&D character who was a kleptomaniac.
You told me about that.
Yeah, he would steal everything.
Okay, so what circle of hell am I going to?
In all seriousness, I believe that you wouldn't do anything heinous enough to go to a lower level. I believe that either I feel that you would either end up in limbo for not having total faith, or just a couple of bad breaks and life not working out for you, not being able to achieve what you wanted to, stuff like that, maybe falling behind. Or I feel like you wouldn't end up in hell at all.
Will said pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. You don't come across as a ill-intended person. You are very caring. You put your best foot forward, and that's something that I really like about you.
Thank you. That warms my heart. That's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Okay, so Dante's Inferno is basically a play about Dante, the poet, and going down through the circles of hell in order to purge the worst parts of himself, in order to become more worthy to get to heaven. He goes with a little funny man named Virgil, and they basically traverse hell together. What do you think about that, Tyler?
It's a good concept.
Okay.
Well, basically, what's interesting about the play is that it subdivides hell into different circles.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about that regarding to what you internalize hell to be, like in your own mind?
My internal visualization of hell is just a pit of fire. The levels of hell was something that I believe Dante kind of, I mean, he made up himself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nobody said that before he did?
I don't recall anyone saying it like that.
Do you think he's lying?
I feel like that's a fantasization of it.
Do you think Dante's a dirty little liar?
I think he's a dirty little liar.
Okay. Do you think it's a creative concept?
It's pretty creative, yes.
So, do you think that you're going to hell?
No.
No, you're not going to hell?
Religion, no.
Huh?
With my religion, no.
She said, I believe in Jesus, therefore I'm going to heaven no matter what I do. I could kill a family of 4 in a car crash and not even be sorry about it.
No, I have to ask for forgiveness. Gotta
Okay.
go sorry.
Okay, if you were to go to hell, what circle would you go to?
Oh god, remind me of the circles.
They're all subdivided into different sins. Travis, will you do us a favor and look up the different circles of hell and what sins you need to commit to get through there? I know that the first circle is for people that may not have believed in Christ, or they are people that are worthy of going to heaven had they believed in Christ. And it's a fun little layer of limbo. It's like a gray fields of asphodel kind of area, and sometimes you get chased around by bugs. So that's the first circle of hell. And then the second circle of hell is basically heaven for us. It's like an infinite storm chase. So people are just like whipped about by tornadoes and stuff.
Ah.
It's for people that give in to their sexual desires.
Yeah, lust.
What you know about lust, Travis?
Nothing.
Okay. I thought he was gonna grace us with some insight, but I guess not. So like people that were caught in affairs, they go to the second circle of hell, and then the third circle is for gluttons, and there's like a Cerberus that goes down there, and he basically messes people up, you know, and it's like there's snow, and the snow smells like crap and piss, and it's nasty. So basically he'll like eat you and like tear you apart. The Cerberus will.
And then spit you back up and eat you again. So.
Yeah, but it's like I people in class were saying that it was like a one-time thing. I wasn't able to see anything to where it was like, oh, people only get eaten once or whatever. But Travis, did you look up the circles of hell?
Yes. First one is limbo. Second is lust. Third is gluttony. Fourth is avarice and.
Okay, so avarice is kind of like greed, huh?
Avarice and prodigality.
Okay, yes. So that's like either people that are greedy or people that are wasteful. What's the punishment there?
The misery and spendthrift push great heavy weights together, crashing them time and time again. Plutus guards them.
That was one of the ones that I didn't really understand. So, do you think you'd go to any one of them circles? You greedy, Tyler?
I guess the first one, because of my religion, asks for forgiveness. Don't do that very often. Don't ask for forgiveness very often.
So you're going around in the gray fields of asphodel and you're getting chased around by wasps?
Yeah, getting buzzed.
Okay, that's cool, Tyler.
What about you, Travis?
Travis, are you going to hell?
hope not.
I hope you don't go to hell either, Travis. You're a wholesome human being. Okay. Okay. Am I going to hell, Tyler?
Yes.
What circle am I going
The
to?
last one. The worst one if possible.
Tyler, you can't say that. Everybody that I've interviewed so far took it seriously and said I wasn't going to hell.
You're not going to hell, I guess.
Is that your honest answer? Final answer?
No, my previous answer was my honest answer. No, you're not going. You're good, man.
Travis, am I going to hell? Be honest with me.
No, I don't think so.
Am I a good dude, Travis?
Yeah.
Travis, I want to frolic with you in a field.
By the way, he has us at gunpoint right now.
You weren't supposed to tell him that. This is Ethan. Ethan didn't want to be here.
This is
Ethan's not happy.
I'm not happy. I don't.
I basically forced him into this.
You did,
I'm holding him at gunpoint.
making me recall something that I did in sophomore year of high school.
You said you read Dante's Inferno. You weren't lying to me, were you, Ethan?
I wasn't lying,
Okay, that's
but I
good.
don't remember anything from it.
Okay, well, basically, the premise of the theology behind it is that hell is divided into circles,
I remember that. That's the
And-
main thing I remember.
and each circle has a different punishment, and different people go there based on what sins they committed while in life.
Yeah.
What you think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think that's the way hell might actually be?
It could be.
Do you believe in hell?
Yes.
Do you believe in Jesus?
Actually,
Are you one of them agnostics?
I mean,
God doesn't look favorably upon your kind.
I'm one of those people who, yeah, I do believe in heaven.
By the way,
Hell, I don't know.
So, like Jewish people.
Yeah, somewhat.
Dude, is that for real? I was just saying something random.
I tend to fit religion into things that haven't really been explained yet with science.
Okay.
So that's really kind of where I'm at.
He is Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
What, Ethan? You're Jewish?
I'm Catholic.
You're Jewish?
That's not close enough.
Guys, did y'all know that Ethan's Jewish?
I'm Jewish.
I
didn't
Kanye
know that
West
you
did
were
not have a good thing to say about this.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
I can't believe Kanye's back on Twitter,
So
guys.
wait, this,
Kanye West did not have a good thing.
but yeah, wait, wasn't it the ninth circle of hell like the worst?
Yes, it's reserved specifically for betrayers. It's like Gaius Longinus, Brutus, Judas, and then Satan himself.
Yeah.
I probably got higher than that, but my
So-
so I'm gonna go in there tomorrow.
I mean, I don't know what the other ones are.
My answers are-
I know, but I do remember that the ninth circle, wasn't it like just like a
Because
frozen over? It's like icy and cold.
Yes.
Sounds nice. I like the cold.
No, but like
I
it's
hate
like
you in
cold,
everything
cold.
you stand
No, it's
for.
like cold, like
Better than hot.
No, like people are stuck in uncomfortable and uncompromising
they're
positions.
frozen. They're frozen basically.
They're basically frozen doing a game of Twister.
Yes. Pretty much.
They're like limboing. They are in
There's a reason
uncomfortable
why it's
positions.
the worst one.
What's that the worst one? Wouldn't you think that being like tied against like a griddle would be bad?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the seventh circle.
That's the seventh
Yeah,
circle.
No, I'm gaslighting you. I don't even know.
Okay.
I forgot which one is the basically the quote unquote stereotypical fiery pits of hell.
I don't even know if that's a thing.
There is one that's like hot. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I
which one it is.
couldn't live there.
So-
I know Jake would love
It
that
might be
one.
the 8th.
Maybe?
The hot hell instead of the cold hell.
I'm gonna check.
Like the hell made of like lava and fire rather than the hell.
Kaylin, are you
that's,
going to
in
hell?
Ice.
Which hell would I go to?
The bottom, the very pit.
She's going to the ninth circle of hell. What's she
The
do?
cold one.
Heresy.
Heresy.
Which is the 6th level.
Okay, so what if for Secret Santa I did like a Michael Scott and went above the $20?
Jake, be quiet. I'm doing a project.
Yes.
My apologies.
Oh, I forgot the first circle is technically limbo.
Yeah, it's
But-
basically where you go around and there's like gray dirt everywhere and you get chased by bugs and wasps.
But why would limbo be
Did you know that wasps are crunchy?
Yes, because
How
they
would
have
you
an
know that?
exoskeleton. most,
You're so smart, Ethan.
most insects have exoskeletons.
You want to give him a
That's-
num-num?
That's why when you stomp on a cockroach, it crunches. Crunchy.
You know, if you put them in an oven and
You know
put-
you're a cockroach, right?
No, you're a cockroach, Ethan.
You're crunchy.
bugs are crunchy.
Your bugs are crunchy.
Crunchy bug.
and full of protein.
They actually are.
How many calories do you think is in a roach, Ethan?
Probably 200
I
calories.
like models.
200
bugs
calories.
and
Is
bugs.
it a sustainable form of sustaining yourself?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, protein is pretty important.
Would you eat a cockroach? That's where this interview is going. This
Nope.
is the most important
Nope.
question.
Screw cockroach, especially the flying ones. Screw that. No.
Do that little hand motion you just did. Do it again. That was hot.
But yeah, no. The flying cockroaches suck. Okay, what does this all have to do with the project?
Basically, it's a loose set of questions where I ask. There's like a little template that I go off of. Like,
Okay.
what do you think of Dante's Inferno? How does it fit in with your beliefs? And then my next question that I'm going to be asking you.
I will say though, I don't believe limbo should be one of the circles of hell.
Okay.
Because limbo is technically purgatory, isn't it?
Well, I don't know
Getting
that it's
chased
technically.
by a bunch of wasps does not sound like purgatory.
No, I think it's reserved for people that would have gone to heaven if they'd been exposed to Christ, but like they're not.
So is there no like purgatory in this thing?
I think Dante was Catholic, so purgatory's probably a thing, but it's not. It's separate from hell.
What are all the layers of hell? I don't want to know that.
And then
I get it back up.
third
Like,
question.
What are the environments?
Okay, so there's limbo, there's lust, gluttony, greed, anger, heresy, violence, fraud, and treachery.
And that brings
what
me.
is the
Shut
lust?
up,
I'm asking.
Gabriel.
I'm asking. That's
Lust
why
is the soul's lust are endlessly blown and spiraling in the winds of a violent storm.
Yes, that's our circle.
Storm chasing.
What circle of hell are you going to, Ethan? If you go to hell?
Oh, I'm going to. Shit. Either gluttony
Where are you going?
or heresy. Greed.
Best Buy.
What you buying, Tyler? Love to see him go.
Gluttony
Hate
is
to watch him leave, or
because of
something like
cold
that.
nature, the souls of gluttony suffers the coldness of a ceaseless icy rain.
Oh, that sounds so nice. I'm gonna start eating a lot now.
Dude, no, that ice is smelly. It's filled
You're
with poo
smelly.
poo.
You're smelling.
Greed is the souls of greed are consumed in a pit of smelting gold as they claw their way to escape, only to be swept back into the pit.
That is. Oh,
That sounds hot.
That's ominous.
That sounds hot.
Yeah.
But
So, you think you're going to heresy or gluttony?
yeah. Oh, no, it was greed or gluttony.
Okay, you like money, Ethan?
I like money.
It's okay, we all like money.
But no, probably more gluttony than anything.
What circle of hell do you think I'm going to if I'm going to hell?
You're going straight to fucking heresy.
What do you mean?
Or violence. You know what? No, you're going to
That
violence.
is fair.
You're going violence.
He does have some violent tendencies. No, actually, no, that's Tyler. That is Tyler.
Tyler's going to hell. He's the one always threatening to murder people.
True.
What about Travis?
Travis
He's
ain't
going
going to
to
hell. Travis is going straight to heaven.
Yeah,
he's going straight to heaven.
Travis, I love you.
Same as Jake Lambright. Jake, are you?
He's
good
over there
Christian boy?
blushing.
Jake is a good boy.
Jake's a good Christian boy.
Galen, are you going to hell?
Him and Rover.
Show your face.
Yeah, don't make your
Winch.
Witch? I was gonna say you whip. You just called her a witch.
I said winch.
We're back in the Salem witch trials.
Okay. So, decide on a circle.
No, she going to
On a
heaven,
circle,
too.
then I do.
If I'm going
gluttony.
to hell.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Let me look at it again.
Pull it out. Why did you put it up in the first place?
I think just for that, you're going to the full ninth ring.
You are going to great anger, heresy, violence, fraud. You're going.
Actually.
You gotta explain why I'm going.
You know what? I don't know which one you're going to. No, you're just a good boy. You're going straight to heaven.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you watch anime, so you're going treachery. You're going treachery.
Oh my god. We have to end on that.